Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Just is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
You boy, you know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my niggas, yeah. I'm in a yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yahanna. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room and pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and the killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gospel. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a rope. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick, baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? Put one West, go to war with everybody. I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform the war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died. Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus B, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
Say it one more time.
If you woke up.
Back roll.
Like this, used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one Westward sharper than an ice pick on you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some
vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Runners on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. With bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 chicks. If I can't make it do for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with changed features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tech, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s, missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall Street from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know like. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squad.
Shalom, Israel. With ISUPK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahanna. Slocky. Start off 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer Qadash Par, teaching the Lashawan Qadash class here, Greenville, South Carolina. Hope people had some technical difficulty, but we're good. Hebrew, as we have on our chart back here, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the ancient Hebrew language, and we teach the Syrian Hebrew language. We're going to have a little class here because we got limited space, limited time. We're going to go over a few Hebrew commands. Who we have in the chat here tonight? Let's see what we got. How about who else? Okay, yeah. I think Officer Shaw will be posting that a little bit tonight. But let's we'll get cracking here. The Hebrew commands and why they are. There's a reason why the Most High gave us the Hebrew commands. But we're going to start off by saying Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, you read it from right to left. Right to left. And we're going to use this form to let you know to start off so we can show how the Hebrew is formed in the ancient and the Assyrian Hebrew. Abba Gada Hawazaka Tayakala Manasa Ipataza Krawashata. And it's the same sounds in the Assyrian Hebrew. They just have different views. The look is a little different here because that's the Hebrew that they use when we were in captivity, right? So we're up on our Hebrew channel here. Let's see what we got. We have YouTube and Facebook up, right? Yeah, good. So Hebrew has 22 characters and 22 on the Assyrian. And what you have to understand, the ancient Hebrew used connectors. We use connectors because that's the original Hebrew language, the pure language the Most High is going to give us anyway. We're going to study a little bit about that a little later on at some time. The Assyrian Hebrew language, when we use that when we were in captivity, some meaning got lost even because look at the characters. I mean, la here, la, ka, ya. They don't even look the same. However, they have 22 characters, and their ending characters is ka, ma, na, pa, and taza. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get on the board here so people can participate. We have some words over here in Hebrew and ancient and Assyrian. And we're going to transliterate those words so that you can get some practice in understanding what's going on. And their Hebrew commands is what they are. So you have to understand what those commands are. So, okay, Officer Shar has put in the Hebrew in your chat so people can log in. Appreciate that, Officer Shar. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Atham to all my brothers. Yahweh Shemar Al Atham B'Shem Yahweh Shai to my sisters as people log into class. Had a little late start, like I said, little technical difficulties, and we're going to get people to understand why do we even have commands in the first place? Because we're not out here just holding camp down and don't have rank and order and carrying on. So we have to know what's going on in these Hebrew classes. So that's what we're doing. We'll have a Lashawan class in basic vocabulary and course commands, so we can show you a few of them. We'll show you in the Hebrew, for instance, this first word. What we have here, we'll give you a breakdown of this first word. That's I, right? I. So basically, the way to do it, this first, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 symbols there that can be found in the ancient Hebrew characters up there on the chart, and in the Assyrian Hebrew, of course, too. You have to differentiate and know which one that you're dealing with. So the first word, we're asking you, well, I mean, that doesn't look like anything to you unless you know the value in English that goes along with it. That makes sense? So let's spell this word here. So right? And then we have a ma. Then we have a right? It looks like a da. Looks like imad, right? Mm-hmm. How do we know that? Because we have an independent connector on I, which is this character here. I. Now all of the Hebrew characters start off starting from all the way to tha, have a behind it or a behind it. That's how it's really pronounced, of course. The I is the only exception. So in the ancient Hebrew, and in also the Assyrian too, but this particular is the ancient Hebrew. We use characters, Hebrew characters of ancient, and there are upside down U's and right side up U's there, and of course another right side up U. Well, these what is that first character right there? That's character that allows that letter or that understanding of this character. That's an I. Look like a little zero, right? Okay. So what's the upside down independent connector, right? So the independent connector, that means that sound will be by itself, right there. And of course, the next two join together. So we want to say ma'ada. We don't want to put an ah behind it because then that would defeat. When you join them together, you lose the ah behind there on this particular character. So you have a word called imad. That makes sense? Imad. That's what you have to understand. So you use the word imad. We use the word imad. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Slocky. Wait a minute. Which means to stand, right? When we say imad. So we're going to say. Slocky about that. Wait a minute. Get back to there. Okay, man, Hebrew. Okay. Ahmad means to stand. Okay. Right. And of course, we have another little sound here, which is what connector is there? What connector we call that? Dependent. Dependent. Right. Let's clap it up for the sister right there. Damn right. And I don't know. We started out late. It seemed like we had a power problem here. But anyway, we're missing a lot of people in class, which normally they transliterate these words when that's our people. Anyway, you'll find the channel. So I, ma, and then you have what? Let's use another color right here, real quick, because you got to understand in these characters, in these words, we have let's see, that's a ya, so the ya looks like that. And then you have a ma. That ma. How do you know that? Because ya, right here, and then because you have ma. Well, what happened to the a? Well, you don't need it because this, again, is a dependent connector, and you'll lose the ah sound after that. Because if not, you have yama. So the word is not yam, it's yam. Yam. Okay. Cannot see it. Can't see the yum. Well, we better. We're gonna take this and do it in black because you can't see this here. See this better, right? How about that? Can you see that? Well, there we go, right? It's lucky about that. Oh, I think we have some light problems. How about that? That better? Yeah. Okay, yam. Now, yam makes, when you say imad yam, yam is plural. That makes the word imad right here, which means to stand. Okay? Okay? Now, yam is plural. That means everybody stand. So we're going to say yam. So that means all to stand. So that means it's just plural. And everybody know that if you use a plural, that it's talking about more than one, right? So it's okay for more than one person to stand. And it's okay. So we have a word called imadium. So in Sabbath service, sometimes you turn around, you see a word called, you may see the high priest, which you'll see and it's in Greenville, South Carolina tomorrow, high priest, Kazak Chapar, that's me, and some other, the second priest and other priests, they may say imadium. But that's what they're getting at. So we have a word, imad, which is the root word base, and then we have yam, which is plural. So imadium means all the stand. That's what it means, okay? That's what we're saying when we say imadium. Now you say to yourself, well, why do we even need these words? Why do we need to follow this? Because so we'll know that we have commands for all our people, all our children, man, and that they can keep the way of the Lord. So to do for order, for rank, and for order and understanding, right? So when we say everybody stand, if we don't, we'll have some people standing, some people what? Some people trying to sit, Some people trying to turn left. Some people trying to turn right. Oh my goodness. We can't have that, can we? So we have to have order, man, and that's what this is for. Give me we got a decent Bible over there. Give me we'll find this over here. Genesis, what is that? 18, 19? We'll show you. We'll read it in the Bible. Why do you have to have? That's the one. We'll have to show you in the Bible why we have to have a word, a margin, and all these other words right here. Why do we have to have commands to tell us what to do in classes, in camp, in our household, in Sabbath service? Because the Most High gave the children of Israel an order, a ranking, an order. That makes sense. He gave us a rank and an order, man. Without it, our family structure would fall, and that's what the Esau took away from us. He took all our rank and our order out of the way, man. Till we were left with base of nothing. We had nothing, you know. So therefore, now that we've learned in our Lashawan Qadash, which means holy tongue, right? We've learned what these words mean, and so now we can come together and have our high and holy days. You know, we can understand what we're going, when a person says imagine, that means all to stand, right? Instead of people looking around. I remember when I first came to ISUPK, somebody said imagine. I said, I didn't know what that meant. But I know now. But when you get into Lashawan Qadash class, you'll understand what that means, right? Yeah. Do we got Genesis 18, 19? All right, let me read this. Go ahead and put that up on the screen. Let me let me read this myself. Just get a big screen of it there so you can see. So you'll see the significance of having that. You see the significance understanding these commands. And I got more commands, but we got limited time. So that's what we're going to do, right? Genesis 18 and 19. We read the King James Version of the Bible. That's what we got, right? Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and read this. Okay. Genesis 18 and 19. For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him. All right. And they shall keep the way of the Most High, right? To do justice, judgment, and that the Lord may bring up upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. Of course, that our children, our people, and everything that we do have a that he will command his children and his household. That means the children, the household, the wife, the husband, everybody has basic commands in the house to do a system, a rank system. Okay? All right. That's all right. We'll read that again. We'll show you because I want people to know. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and expand it. Genesis 18:19, King James Version, right? For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Most High. How do you keep the way of the Most High? Through order, following his commandments, right? And that's what we're doing here. That's what, and of course, when we say in the morning, we'll say imagine. When we say stand, that's what it means. That's what your troopers when you first start in the school, and all the way from the generals to the troopers, where we do the same things to their children, to the wives and everything, teaching them these commands right here, right? Teaching them in the system of Sabbath service, so everybody be on one accord, right? For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Most High to do justice and judgment. That's what this is for. How else you think it's going to do? It's got to be done in order. that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken. Okay. His household, right? That's good for that. And I go ahead and I'll read this right here. The Most High said, of course, he also, and what are we keeping? The way. What's the way of the Lord? Since I got it, I'll throw this in here. Deuteronomy 27:1. The way of the Lord is what? The way of the Lord is a few things here, keeping commandments, of course. And this right, Deuteronomy 27:1, right? Deuteronomy 27:1 says this. This is Moses gave some commands here. You know, y'all familiar with Moses out there, right? Deuteronomy 27:1, King James Version. We good? And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. So if Moses didn't have a understanding of how to call the people together with rank and order, and all of the camps come out, man, out of their tents, and they line up in rank and order, then you'd have chaos. Of course, you can't have that out there in the camps in the wilderness and all that, trying to go through deserts and lands like that are depressed, right? So we do the same thing in ISUPK under Commander General Yahanna. That's what we understand, that we have to keep the rank and order also here, right? So we good with that? Yeah. All right, let's move to the next word right here. It's this word. We have anybody okay. Here's another word. Look like it read. Now this is in Assyrian language. That's a whole nother understanding of how you see the Hebrew language, because that's the language that we have in captivity, but it's still the Hebrew from the original, from the looking the same, because those the people that had the ancient Hebrew were what? The ancient people, they were the original people that spoke the pure language back then. Okay, but they just happened to be in captivity with a heathen nation, so they had to give them a whole nother language, and that's what we have. That word right there is right here, Imad, right? Same word. Okay, same word. There it is right there, but it just says actually Imad Yum. Oh, don't that look familiar? Same word right here. So it means all stand, but it has a word over here that says this. Shah. Put that right there. Shah Ba. Okay? There it is right there. Shabbat. Right here. So on this row, Shabbat. So Shabbat, what does that mean? Imagine Shabbat. That means like your hands behind your back, like you standing, and the Majim all standing, except for the sisters don't do this. This is for men right here. This particular commandment right here, when you say Shabbat, Imagine Shabbat, that's more of a military command. Like all these are military, but that's the commands that the sisters don't do. And you don't want to we don't actually be militant, put your hands behind your back and go Imagine Shabbat, But that's what that means. So Imagine Shabbat is just to stand pretty much at attention with your hands behind your back, right? So I'll just say stand, and I would say sort of like a rest with your hand behind the back. So I'm just gonna be attentive, right? Something like that. I don't know. I'll put attention up there, but it's got to be better words for that. Anyway, so we have that, right? So we have understanding. Let's see. We got another. So y'all understand so far we have words Amadim, Shabbat. Let's see. What's another word we have up in here? Amajim, Shabbat. Then we have a word. Okay, we have one word called Yah. What is that? What is that? Yah Shah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have Yah Shab. Yah Shab. Then we have Yum. There's that Yum again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That Yum. There's that plural again. You see? Why is that plural? Because that's the plural that goes along. Yum means plural. It's the plural. Yah is like mine or his, but when you put Yam, it's all of theirs. Or all, it's Yam for men anyway. Yashab Yum. These are commands military, but you know, when you keep your wife and your children, you teach them to stand too, except for that modern Shabbat. You don't want to do that one. That's a different militant. But Yashabium, what does Yashabium mean? Yashab, what's this right here? Independent connector? Yah, then Shab Yum. Yashab Yum. What does Yashabium mean? What does Yashab mean? You know, you got it, sis? Yashab means to sit. This means to sit. Okay. That means Yashabia means though if you're talking in like you're in Sabbath service or you're at home, you might even tell kids Yashabia. Everybody sit. But in Sabbath service, you're reading the commandments, you know, and you're reading the 83rd Psalms or something, right? You know, Abadawa Shabbat Shemayim Qadash Hayashamka. And you say you're done, you say Yashabium. Well, if Yashab means to sit, Yam is plural, that pretty much means it's plural for what? All sit, right?
Okay.
It's plural for all to sit. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
So Yashabia means what? Everybody sit down. It's a militant command, but a wife can sit down along with the children, everybody, you know, they sitting down. We're in Sabbath service. We got to have an order. And we have order and respect to the Most High. That makes sense? Okay. So that's really what we're doing here. Did we go over that commandment there? Yeah, we did. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yashabium. All right. Shlakia. Okay. All right. And of course, and rank is the structure of our nation, man. And order is the structure of our nation. So when you give commands, that's what that's the system that we're going through. An order, a rank. You know, we have commands is what this is. All right. So here, there's so far we have 3 commands here, and that's what you give out in a group that has order to it, right? If not, you hear people taking things out of order, people speak it all out of turn. But we say this: I'm Maji. You see people battling stuff and fighting and spitting, cussing, and everything else. And all you have to do, if I say a Majim here in ISUPK, we know that means to stand. That means all stand, right? It's plural. Everybody's stand. We say a Madim Shabbat. That's for the men to go and be standing, feet, hands behind their back, you know, feet spread apart, and then hands behind your back, and then you come to an attention spots. So an attention understanding. So you'll say I'm Madim. But in this case, we said a Madim Shabbat. It's like the opposite. It's a way to be militant, but yet attentive and ready for the next command. That makes sense. So we gotta. I mean, if you didn't have this, if you didn't have a commands and ranking and order, because I can give you ranking and order of different things. That's what we have in ISUPK. But if you didn't have an order of doing things, if you didn't have a ranking system or order for ranking system. And of course, these are the orders like Amadim and Amad Shabbat and Yashab Mefasit. Then you would have chaos. That makes sense? Then that means that you're not really studying enough. You're not really given the attentive understanding that there's someone higher than you. There's the Most High is higher than all of us, right? Then who's next? Yahweh Shai, right? There's somebody, and of course, the household. You have the man, then the woman, and the children. So, well, the children follow what the household heads say. But that's it. And of course, we're going to get to these last three here in a second here. So what do we do? This says, in other words, let every soul be subject to a higher power so that they can hear the orders and the understanding. That's what it is. Give me Romans 13, 1 and 2. Let's find that. Give me Romans 13 and 1. And then we'll just go to the Bible. Let the Bible speak. That's why we have orders, and that's what these are. And of course, I didn't have the ranking up there, but that's what we're doing when we have an understanding, so we won't have chaos, man. When you in Sabbath services or out on the street, when we're teaching out on the street, or just having a class, or when the generals are speaking, or when the captain's speaking, or a person of 5,000 or 1,000 or 500 is speaking, we have a way of controlling people and getting them to sit down, stand up, and to for all. What we have now? Romans 13 and 1. All right. Let's read that. It says this. Because everybody is subject to somebody's power. A lot of people don't, I don't want no command. But you do. Everybody is subject to, right? It says, let every soul be subject unto the what? Higher powers. The Most High. And of course, the ranking system goes all the house all the way down, right? To the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. That's right. And it's saying he can give you powers, but it says, because he made Moses a god unto Pharaoh. Remember that? But it says, let every soul be subject to the higher powers, for there's no power but of Yahweh. The powers that are ordained are the powers that be or ordained of the Most High. Any power that is ordained of the Most High. All these commands are ordained of the Most High. That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, of course. They're ordained of the Most High. Whosoever there, check this out. Now, if you're in there and you loudmouth, cantankerous, and everything else, it says this: whosoever therefore resisteth the power, you resisted the Most High power, right? Resisted the when somebody gives you a command, a modern Shabbat. Oh, I don't want to stop talking, right? Or Shemai. They make people say Shemai, right? But if I say Imagine, all stand, and somebody just chooses to sit down, unless he's something wrong, wheelchair or something like that, I understand that. That makes sense, right? But it says this: but of the Most High, the powers that be ordained of God or Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High. And they that resist shall receive themselves damnation. They make sense? So what do we want to do? We want to be in subject to the powers of the Most High and the men that are ordained to give out the orders and commands in all these classes, man, and all of the Sabbath service and all of the Monday night class, right? The scripture breakdown. What else? Brotherhood classes, right? It was the Wednesday night law class, right? Journal Muhammad's breakdown, Commander Journal Yahanna lectures, and different things. All those things have subject to them. Those men are given the order to do those things. That by the power of who? Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High. That makes sense? And they shall resist them, shall receive themselves damnation. Now, y'all got that? You want me to read that again? All right, y'all understand that, right? And of course, and before I go on, we have ranking system, Gadawad, warrior, general, Saraya, officer, and then and different officers. That means trooper, Gadawa, warrior, Sa'an, general, Alawa. Saran is captain, Sharia is captain, officer, Papa Quad, or officer Quatazan. Or, so you can go on and depend on how you want to say that. Then that's the understanding. That's why we have even a ranking system. That's why we have order. And I can go on further, man. We have and read further, but we're not. We're going to finish these up here real quick. Yad. What does yad mean? Anybody? When I say yad yam, remember that word? What is yad? Yad yam. If I say yad yam, so yad is what? Hand, right? That's what it translates to. So we using what language is this? What we have here? Assyrian, right? Yeah. So we say Yah here, right? And then we say Da right there. So that's a Da. So that's Yad. That word translates to Yad, right? And then we have Yam. Okay. So Yad Yam is a word. Let me yeah, I can say it. I can put it this way. Yeah, that's the plural again, right? So if it's plural, so yam is plural. So what does that mean? That means all hands, all of them. That means all hands, right? Mm-hmm. Or if you got a hand, that's what it is, all hands. I mean, I'm just saying, yam yam. So we got another one. Okay, y'all got that one? Okay, so what's this right here? What language is this one?
That's the ancient.
It's the ancient, right? Mm-hmm. So what is that? I, right? Mm-hmm. I, la. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So let's translate it here. Let's transliterate it. I'm sorry. I, right? La. Mm-hmm. Now, why did I put I, la, right? Why did I put this in I, independent connector, right? What about this dependent connector? Why not say, the ah just is not by itself, it's spelled AH. So that's why that's an exception there at the end of a word. Mm-hmm. You keep that H there. The rest of them, you take the I off, right? So it's Ilah, mm-hmm. right? Yeah. Y'all got that one? Y'all understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does that word mean? Think about it. Okay. Ilah. That word means up. Okay, good. That's the last one we're going to use here because we're going to give space to some more time for different classes. All right. What about the last transliteration right here? What language is this?
It's the Assyrian.
Assyrian, right. Clap it up for the sister right there. She's on the ball tonight. She knows the ancient from the Assyrian. Right. So what do we got here? What character is that? That first thing you see, you don't see any connectors, do you? So it's Assyrian. Right. So what's this right here? What character is that?
That's Ma.
It's Ma, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's finish up. But what's this one?
Ta.
Ta? Yeah, keep going. You got to roll there. So what's this?
That is a ha.
Ha. Damn, clap it up. Damn right. Damn. Ha. Now what about the ah after that? Should I put it up there? La, exactly. Clap it up for it again. Damn right. You said la, it is apprehensive, but it's not. You're right. Mata. So if this means up, I la, what do you think mata means? Clap it up. Clap it up. What is this? Right. They damn right. So if that means up, that's just kind of like just down, right? So and I'll let me do this right here. Lock. So my tie's down, right?
Come.
Up, down. That makes sense to me. So what we got? Recap. I mean, so when you in cyber service, you'll say Mata lock it. Yeah. Okay. And we didn't get to there's one command that's called SAR. I'll put this one up here. SAR means to turn. Okay. I have some more commands up there, but I'm not gonna do all of them. So sometimes we may say a command in the cyber service class is Sarwa Panya Hakuyam. Sar to turn, wa. So it says turn to, okay. The hawa, sar, hawa, turn to the east. Hakuyam. Ha, the is ha. And so you want to say ha, and then you want to say kwayam is east. So when we say kwa, I think it's kwayam. That's east. Let me check that out. I believe it is though. So when we turn, why do we turn? Because that's the way we've been. It's a yes. Sarwa panya hakwayam. That means turn and face panya. Oh, don't forget that word up there. Panya. Right? What does panya mean? Face. Now we've been facing the east since Daniel faced the east. The Most High requires us to do that in Sabbath service. So we say sar wapanya, sar wa is turn. Sar is ha. Sar is turn. So it's turn and ha is and. Wa is and. And let me get this right. Sar. Okay, that's the first thing you want to say. And then you want to say wa. And it's wa. So you want to say wa. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. That's and. Sarwa. Then you want to say panya. Ha. The east. Payam. And then we start our prayer. Sarwa panya hakwayam. That's what that means, right? That makes sense?
That makes sense.
So I hope we learned enough in Hebrew tonight to get to. We'll do some more commands next week, and we'll get started. And hopefully, we won't have any problem with our streaming there. Okay. All right. So we'll read some Hebrew announcements. Right. With ISUPK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 and 10. Right? Means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ishara, 10% of every penny of increase the Lord gives you. Oh, the Most High gives you. give the Treasury Department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you will like up holy convocation. Now, we're going to have this feast of feast of first fruits. Yeah, feast of first fruits. Start the Sabbath unleavened bread sundown Sunday after April the 12th, 2026. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day, which we're coming upon here. Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Start before sundown. Leviticus 23:10. Okay, and 22. Remind Akim and Aquaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway if any trooper, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. Okay, so let's clap it up for class, right? Like I said, we had technical difficulties, but we learned. What did we learn tonight? Hebrew commands, and then the some words, vocabulary to fit the Hebrew commands, right? Who we got in class there?
Sister Panayan.
Sister Panayan. Yeah, Hebrew commands, and you got to understand that we'll finish on this next week. We'll finish on this next week so we can do some more Hebrew commands. What's the purpose? So that we can all understand that we have order, that we have understanding. Matter of fact, let's read that one text again. Let's read that. What's that text? Let's read that one, what we have, so people can understand. Because you have a reason why you read this for Genesis. Let's go to Genesis 18 and 19 so people understand. It's about keeping your household. The household is your personal household where you live, and also the household and under ISUPK where your school is, to keep it in order here, man. So the commands that we use here is to keep everybody in order, all right? That makes sense?
That makes sense.
Under command of General Yahanna. Genesis 18 and 19. We good? For I know him that he will command his children and his household after him. See, that, how do you even know the man got a household after him? Because he's taught him that there's a rank and order here, in this household, papa the household, dad, right?
Yeah.
Of course, in our local schools, we have the captain in charge. And of course, you have the generals in charge of everybody after that. That's the charge of all the schools. That's what you got to understand. But in my household, who's in charge? I'm the Lord here, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense? So Genesis 18, 19, let's read it again. Let's blow that up there so we can see. For I know him that he, and the Most High, of course, is over all of us. For I know him that, and we're all in commending General Yahanna, of course, the Most High, then Yahushua, and of course you have Commander General Yahanna, and then you got all these households here, man, that's responsible for and teaching us, right? So I know him that he will command his children and his household after him, right? And they shall keep the way of the Lord. What's the way of the Lord? To keep his commandments, right? And to do justice, right? Yeah. And judgment, right? That the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him, right? Of course, he's talking about Abraham and in this particular case, right? That's what you got to understand. So, and here's the last one we'll read here before the night's over, Deuteronomy 27:1 that we read before. We'll just repeat this one here. Okay. And this is what I like this. Next week, we'll hope that we don't have any technical difficulties, Lord Allah, right? Deuteronomy 27:1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, of course, commanded the people, saying, keep all of the commandments, some of them, all of the commandments, just a few. The Bible says all of the commandments which I command you this day. Now, those are the commandments of the Most High, right? And of course, and the any of the commandments that the men above you to give you, then that's a command that the Most High wants you to follow. That makes sense. And of course, if he tells you to don't eat that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster too, don't do that either.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Those are commandments out of Leviticus that the Most High told us not to. So somebody don't teach that, right? So let's clap it up for class. All right. Madian. Madian. Lam Shabbat. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Baraka Thumb. Sar. Lam Shabbat. Madian. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alathan by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shema, done by Shema.
Yayamata. Class dismissed.